Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy with one of our newest animals here at the zoo. Look at this guy. You know what he is, right? He's a snake. Now, do you know what kind of snake? Good guessing. He's called a Sonoran gopher snake, and he's actually a relative of the gopher snake that we have here in Montana. But these guys are found in California, Arizona, and they're what we call a subspecies. It's a big word. That just means they're a different kind of gopher snake. And what's really cool about these guys, first of all, is how active they are. Now, you're going to see him moving around quite a bit while I'm holding him here because he likes to move. And they're pretty quick snakes, and they need to be to chase after the prey that they like to go after. These guys eat gophers and small ground squirrels and things like that. So, got to be pretty quick in order to capture one of those, and they also are pretty stealthy, which means they a lot of times will wait for that animal to walk in front of them. And look at how this guy slithers. Just a cool, beautiful animal. Now, one of my favorite things about the Sonoran gopher snake is what they do to defend themselves. Now, of course, they will bite and they'll do all the other things that a snake can do if they're too scared, but before they do that, they will do something called mimicking. Now, what that means is he will try to act like a snake that's got venom, so like a rattlesnake. So what he'll do is, you see this head of his, he will flatten that head out. That head will get really flat, and it'll turn into a triangular shape, which is something that rattlesnakes have. The other thing that he'll do is he'll take this little tiny tail back here, and he'll wiggle it back and forth really fast. And what he does is he hopes that that tail hits leaves and things like that and sounds like a rattle. So what the other animal or human that is getting too close to the guy thinks is he thinks that this is a rattlesnake. And not many animals want to mess with a rattlesnake. Will turn around and go the other way and find a meal somewhere else, and will keep this guy nice and safe. So that's a pretty cool form of self-defense that this guy has learned how to use. Now, the other thing about him is he slithers through my hands. Now, as I said, this guy is not venomous like a rattlesnake, so he's a constrictor or a squeezer. So he'll wrap around his food, squeeze it, and then once it's dead, he will open that big giant mouth and swallow it whole. And as I said before on snake videos, these guys have giant mouths that can swallow some pretty big things. And again, I hope you all remember from the last time I talked to you, what's that tongue doing? Smelling. Smelling the air, getting all the smells on the tongue, and his tongue then tells his brain what it is he's smelling. So this guy is awesome. He is not on exhibit at the zoo yet, so you got a sneak peek at him. So coming out to the zoo, and hopefully soon you'll see him out on exhibit. So until next time, I am Jeff the Nature Guy with our Sonoran gopher snake.